celery jumble. You gotta have this, you gotta have that, you gotta have this.
Brush right there. It's like halfway.
Guy, one girl, her father came with her, and he said, "Guys, why do you need so much paper for pictures?" And I said, "Well, ask the state that." Every time somebody calls boo, way they give you another paper.
That house used to be so beautiful when I first
Yeah, and it's usually when you go back and you
buildings.
research where it come from. It's unreal.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's City Council meeting. This is already our third regular session of 2026. We'll begin with the roll call.
Joel Althauser,
Present.
Sue Fox Broker,
Present.
Lydia Miller,
Present.
Cliff Winiger,
Present.
Chad Miller,
Present.
Peg Wren,
Present.
Doris Bloom,
Present.
Robin Jones.
Here.
John Schwimmer,
Present.
Lynn Webb. Here. Cindy Murray.
Here.
I'd ask all who are able to please stand. We will have a prayer followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. With a spirit of compassion and cooperation, we gather this evening for City Council, mindful of the cold season, but recognizing the warmth our shared work can bring. Grant our leaders wisdom, our neighbors safety, and our community courage to face any challenges the future may bring. Help us listen with humility, decide with fairness, and act with compassion for the most vulnerable among us. May our efforts sow hope as the days begin to lengthen. Amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Again, welcome everyone, and hopefully we have some warmer temperatures to come this week, because I'm certain that our street crew especially would like that. So, move right along tonight. The prior minutes were included in your packet. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes as they were submitted? I think sometime Emma's going to put a trick sentence in there just to catch it. Hearing no corrections or additions, I'll stand approved as submitted. We do not have anyone on the agenda tonight to address the meeting. However, there will be time, anyone who's in attendance, to address us at the end of the night under public participation. Right now, though, I would mention we have Paul Osborne here, and Paul has a quick message for us, so if you'd like to come up.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate the time. Just a minute, but a couple of you I know, a couple others I'm familiar with. The rest of you, it's an honor meeting you. I'm Paul Osborne. I'm the current village administrator of Alger. I'm a 3-term trustee over in Marion Township, and I'm a big fan of Hardin County, and I want to do anything I can to help. Economic growth, stability, I think is top priority, and that's kind of my bent. We're trying to, I was talking to Robin over here about Alger, McGuffey, you know, and it used to be such a happening place, didn't it? Well, we hope to see that again. So we're working hard at it, and I just wanted to introduce myself so you have a familiar face, a familiar name. The card I gave you, I have all my contact information. If you'd like to ask any question or you'd like to tell me whatever you want to tell me, I'd be happy to hear it. But anyway, I'm running for commissioner, and you know, if it wasn't for Joe Sherman, I'd have tied for first place last time. But that didn't happen. But I'm glad to meet you all, and thank you for the moment you've given me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll move on. Communications. Anyone have any communications to speak of this evening? I'm not aware of anyone. Anyone else? Petitions, again, not aware of anything that we have to consider, so we'll move on to administration reports. Chief Musser.
Just real quick, I wanted to let council know we have
gotten a new guy hired as of last week. We had hired him some time ago in a conditional sense. He was finishing the academy. Name's Garrett Warner. Kenton kid, so hopefully he'll stay a Kenton kid for a long time. We will bring him up here when he gets around to his second shift rotation. Secondly, the grant that I spoke about some time ago with the government shutdown and all of that was happening, it got delayed. Gosh, almost 8 months now, I believe, but we did end up getting the funds for that, so we're moving ahead with a 5-year plan that's going to be done in about a month with new body cameras, new radios. And again, that was a Colt Buckenroth thing. I really didn't do anything other than write a letter of support and tell them what I wanted. So kind of highlights our relationship with the schools these days. It's pretty awesome. So I got to give Colt a shout out for that again. I mean, we're talking between $150,000 and $200,000. So kind of a big deal for Kenton. It's a big deal. Right? So that's all I got. Thanks.
Thank you, Chief. Chief Donnelly? Nothing? Okay. Economic development, there is in the packet, in their reports. We actually got that last week. But anyway, there's a report in your packet. Anything else to add on that topic, Lynn or Cindy?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Yeah, there's Chamber of Business Alliance, Economic Development. All right. Income tax, again, report in your packet. Any questions there? Okay, auditor, anything, Christie, you want to talk about?
No.
I would just highlight, we received the January email for the January reports over the weekend.
I tried to make the fund report, I made an explanation page for that, or, put explanation out, trying to make it simpler for you to read.
And notice that, so that's number one, really positive thing, thank you. Secondly, though, we got that over the weekend. Today is February 9th. We got that probably. I don't care, I'm going to brag about it right now. So we got that like February 6th. That's 6 days after month end. That's excellent, so thank you. If you ever have any questions on those reports, reach right out to Christie. And a good backup if you can't reach Christie would be Cindy. All right, move on. Well, she did an awful lot of it for a long time. Yeah, and then remember, as time goes by, the Finance Committee, they already met last Friday. Doris is the chair. She'll become an expert in no time. Robin already and Chad, no. Right? Yeah, Robin and Chad already have been around the block on that committee, so don't be afraid to ask your fellow council persons either. Treasurer, Law Director, John, anything to talk about?
No.
All right, Cindy.
Yes, I'm probably going to steal Robin's thunder, but the utility board meeting on Wednesday, RCAP will be here to present to them the initial findings from the rate studies. The installation of the sanitary sewer that's going in on Perry Street. The closing of Main Street has been delayed until sometime in March. We're still trying to get a good date. You'll see some trees coming down on Detroit Street for the roundabout. There's 4 on Detroit and a couple smaller ones on Main Street. Those have to be down by April 1st to help protect the endangered species bats. You cannot tear these trees down from April 1st through October 1st, so we need to get them down before the roundabout starts. So,
Why was it?
for the bats. Indiana bat, and there's several species of bats that are endangered species.
I thought she said they would hang
And I don't know if you look at the legal advertising, but we advertise for engineering services for the water treatment plant updates. That's the $6 million, the $3 million principal forgiveness and $3 million loan that we got from the EPA. So we're asking for help trying to secure that money correctly. I didn't know what I was doing first time around, so those bids are due at the end of this month, so I'll be coming to you with who we'd like to award that bid to once we do the scoring and things like that. That is it.
Lynn, anything right now?
Couple of things with the warmer weather before we get to probably to another freeze. Just, the guys are still going to work, trying to push some of this slop back, the plows. They've been working on some sewer issues and some water line issues. So, but once they start warming up, hopefully we can get some of this even pushed back more. I know it's difficult once it gets up to a certain height because they don't have anywhere for it to go. So, but we'll keep pressing on that. Also, it's just a plea right now. It's just a plea. But with the courthouse entrance being at the south doors now, in entrance and exit, we really have some parking issues. So I implore that anybody that needs to park all day downtown needs to find a parking lot to park in. Whether it be Twirl parking lot, the theater parking lot, the middle field, which is the city, county-owned parking lot. They need to find somewhere to park, not here on Franklin Street. You have Job and Family Services, Health Department, people getting birth certificate, death certificate, people paying their water bill. It's now tax time, income tax people. You have people going into the courthouse paying property taxes and other businesses. We need to be fluid. So this is to everyone. If you work downtown all day, please don't park around the square all day. It is a total disservice to the community members and the members of the county. So with that being said, I'm just asking right now. We might have to look at some time parking, but I'd take that up with Chief and how we do that. So. That's all I have.
Excellent. Okay, we'll move on to committee reports. I will just mention, before we get into each of them, didn't receive any emails, communications, verbal assaults of what the assignments were, so we'll assume that those assignments are good with everybody. And just to firm up, and I'll get an updated sheet out. Finance Chair is Doris. MOP, for now, because they have not met. Peg's just going to keep that role as chair. Utilities, I believe, is Robin. Streets is also Peg on streets as well as MOP, and then Chad is legislation. So there's your points of contact if you have a question for any particular committee, and I'll get you all an updated sheet, you two, Tim, so you know who, and the administration, so everybody's got that. And if you ever need to you need it again, lose your copy, Emma will have copies. So we'll go ahead with finance. They have a written report that's in your package. Doris, anything you want to add to that? Or?
Nothing to add to it, but we do meet again the 23rd. We scheduled that so our auditor could be present, and we're asking our treasurer, auditor, anyone who touches money to be there. And then may discuss a different meeting time and day. We can meet earlier in the month following the previous month, so we're not working month behind. And any questions about the written report?
All right, I know MOP hasn't met and hasn't had any need to at this so far, so we'll go on utilities. See their scheduled meeting. Anything you want to add, Robin?
No. Thank you.
Streets, alleys, again, their scheduled meeting. Peg, anything to add to
Let me
that?
try to, no, there is from our last meeting, there's minutes at
Yes.
your
Yes.
chair, so read that. And if you have any questions, just call me and ask. Text or call me.
No, it was at the committee members' chair.
Oh, okay, just, okay. Did you get a copy?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Legislation, again, their meeting time scheduled,
We actually met.
which was today. Never mind.
Yeah,
Go
we-
ahead, Chad.
We met prior to council tonight. Some of the things we reviewed, we are looking at updating our M1 and M2 manufacturing policy, being that it's, I think 1968 was when it was written, so we need to come into the times. We are looking at updating that and making it relevant to today's manufacturing needs and practices. Our architectural review board, it also needs an update to an ordinance, so as a committee, we are looking at how we are going to structure that going forward and revamp who and how, who serves on it and how they're confirmed and things of that nature, so we're working on that. Cindy has some signage ordinance that she'd like to get done. I think we're still working on one last aspect of that, and we'll probably see some of that before council before long as well. Other than that, we are just diving in head first.
That's great. All right, thanks, Chad. Any questions for him? Okay, then we'll move on to council members. I know a few of these won't have met or won't have a report. Doris Regional Planning, you've got all the dates though, right? And I don't think you guys meet for a little while yet.
April.
April, right, okay. Again, Parks and Rec, pretty slow time, nothing probably to update. Robin, is there?
Well, I think we'd start up again in March,
Yeah.
if that's what we decided, so.
Grove Cemetery Board, Sue?
Yeah, we've had 2 meetings, and then the February meeting, we actually had in January early. I believe the next one is March 3rd. It's the first Tuesday of every month.
Again, the time of year kind of slow out there too, as far as what you all are doing. Any update on
Yeah,
the chapel or?
Well, not, the roof, I believe, is done. And they reached an agreement with the Catholic Church, with the Catholic, the St. Mary's Cemetery. So that's been taken care of.
Tree Commission, Lydia probably hasn't met.
February 25.
Right, okay. And DKP has not met since our last meeting. They will meet next week. Really not much going on there other than just finishing up some reorganization, a couple different new members. We have to get our accounts updated over at Middlefield, but beyond that, there's very little to report. Any old business or new business? Unless something has changed, we have no legislation this evening. So I would just say any matters that anyone wants to throw out to discuss, hash about. If not, we'll move on to comments from the public. Anyone here tonight that wants to address the meeting? Comments from the news media? All right then, we'll get the administration and members. Christie, last chance, anything? Chief Musser, Chief Donnelly? I just like when Chief Donnelly's quiet, it means there's no equipment broken.
Thanks. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, I guess Sue, go right ahead.
Just reiterate how nice the job the city crew did with all the removal of the snow, and thought they did a great job.
I really don't have to add anything.
Cliff?
I have nothing to add.
No.
Me either, except I'm looking forward to the nice weather next week, let's hope. No snow.
What Sue said.
Robin?
Thanks to Chief Donnelly and our fire department for helping put out the fire at Viva Maria's. There were some pretty detailed pictures from a drone company, and it was pretty amazing to see that fire truck and the ladder up like where it was, because I think Bluffton, they have a ladder too, a fire, but I mean, I'm sure that was a great help to keep the other buildings from not catching on fire, but those pictures were pretty amazing to me. I was very proud of you guys, so thank you.
All the fire departments.
Yeah, all of them that came, but
John,
Nothing.
anything? Cindy?
No.
Lynn? No. And I was just gonna echo that. I thought maybe you'd even have any comments on that, Chief, but my first thought when I saw that fire, and I know time gets away from me, that's the white and the facial hair here. If you think about Ada and you think the last couple decades, some of the fires they've had in the downtown area, it can happen, folks. And they've had 3 in the last 20, 25 years, very close calls where they could have had a better part of a block go. And if it wasn't for quick responses of Ada fire and then well beyond that, and I'm talking about the one we just had, the church several years ago, and before that there beside, kind of down from Grimsled's office. There's been some pretty close calls as far as a disaster. So it's always something to keep in mind. And there's the reason we need some of the equipment we have in this county, those fires. Exactly. Exactly.
Well, we're at this last one for about 7 hours, I think. But I know that first one, I think they were there for close to 8 hours. Church, I think they were there about 10 or 12 hours.
So I know everyone said it, but just, it seems like in the winter it's especially apparent. Can't thank all of our services, police, fire, streets, everybody, through this kind of weather, what they're dealing with. And I guess, I think with the kind of winter we've had so far, it's been, from my perspective, as well run of a situation as we've ever had. So thank you all. So our next meeting in 2 weeks here, February 23rd. And until then, unless there are objections, we're adjourned.